Hello, everybody. Hello, replay crew. If you do not know, my name is TJ, and yes, I'm from New Zealand, which seems miles away. I cover international cases in my live streams, and over on my channel, I have hundreds of videos, mainly about New Zealand cases like people missing in New Zealand and unsolved murders and stuff like that. So please watch my videos. And the Facebook group. This young little man hanging out with me at the moment is called Lucien. He's a 4-year-old autistic boy that is missing. So we're going to have a look at his story, and we're also going to have a look at some stories from New Jersey, because when we spun the wheel at the end of the last show, it landed on New Jersey. So I've got a couple of New Jersey cases to discuss and have a look at. So we're going to do that too. We're going to have a look at what is currently on the news in New Zealand as well. Hey, Autumn. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Make sure you grab food, grab a coffee, whatever you need, because it might be a long show. So go for it. I've got my water bottle handy. Now, it's really tough for me to get my time zones organised. I like to make it where New Zealanders and international people can actually join in, but finding a time for that can be really, really hard. So it is tough. I'll wait for a couple more people to show up, and then we will get into it. This wee young man, he's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And we will look at what's been going on with this young man. If I can figure out how to close it in a minute. So this young boy, like I said, is actually missing from Yakima County, which is in Washington State. And the reason I wanted to cover this, even though we're doing just New Jersey cases, he's 4-year-old, he's autistic, and he needs help. The family are screaming for help. So if you know people in Washington, please share this with them. Let's have a look. YakimaHerald.com. Family asks for public's help in continuing search for missing 4-year-old in Yakima. This is really, really sad. They're all really, really sad, of course. With authorities scaling back a search for a 4-year-old boy who went missing Saturday evening at Sag Harbour Park in Yakima, his family are asking for the public's help, and we'll look into where he went missing from in a minute. Lucien went missing at the park near the Yakima River around 7:15 p.m. Saturday. His family called police after 15 minutes, launching a massive search of the park and the surrounding area. And let me just say that the parents were onto it, 15 minutes, and they already called the police. The thing that scares me is the mention of the Yakima River being near the park where he went missing. So let's have a look where this is happening. Obviously up here, guys, is Washington State, which I know shit about. But if we follow the map, follow this, we will find the park. And then we're going to look at those waterways, guys. That's what really bothers me, is missing, and then all that water. So, with the park here, you've got this, and you've got the river coming down here as well. Missing a little boy. Too many waterways to count, and sad. But when I hear about waterways, it always makes me anxious when we're looking for missing people, especially, or even like a young boy. Members of Lucien's family, including Sandra, his mum, remains certain her son will be found and is pleading for more community members to volunteer in the search. So if you know anyone that can help. Members of Lucien's family, including his parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, have set up a base of operations at the park. to lead volunteers. Sandra and family, friends, strangers, off-duty police and ex-military search and rescue experts have all been aiding in the effort. So it's amazing to see that heaps of people are like helping out and stuff. Groups of volunteers are being sent out across the city to put up missing child posters. Some volunteers have travelled from as far as Tacoma to help. Hey, Autumn, do they think he could have travelled or been kidnapped? I'm not quite directly north of there in Canada, so I have to ask. Well, we'll continue anyway and see what they think. We're not ignoring. We're organising most of these efforts by ourselves. Mum said the community has been amazing in helping us, and it's amazing to see how much help we're getting. We have no solid leads that I know of, so what we're doing here is organising where we need people next. What we need people doing, like putting up flyers and reaching out to other community members for help. So really awesome that the community is getting in there and helping them out. That's awesome. She added that the homeless population, even near the park, had also been volunteering and lending their knowledge of the area's geography, which I think is really cool. The family's base of operations at the park is staffed overnight. Lucien's family urges anyone to visit the park anytime if they want to help. He has autism, which makes this really serious and makes him more vulnerable for sure. He was last seen heading south and east across the park's parking lot in the direction of the river and other bodies of water. He was wearing blue shorts and a blue shirt with a shark on it. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team, which had been leading search efforts, turned things back over to the Yakima Police Department after finding no sign of the boy after several days of searching. We weren't able to find Lucien. We weren't able to find any evidence of him traveling really anywhere, and we have no clues of where he's at right now. And that's a spokesman from the Sheriff's Office. He added that the Sheriff's Office had offered to lend a hand with equipment and staffing should YP need it. Hundreds of trained search members and non-trained volunteers join the search using dogs, divers, ATVs, boats, and kayaks, aerial and submersible drones, and a helicopter equipped with an infrared camera. So it's not like the police aren't helping, like in some of our cases that we cover. The police are there. They've got trained search teams. They're using divers, dogs, ATVs, boats. They're using everything. So definitely getting in there. Detectives went to nearby homes and businesses for video and interviewed people in the area. There was no indication of foul play. Along with the swift-moving Yakima River, there are 2 ponds in and near the park. Teams have also checked Buchanan Lake, a flooded gravel pit. So we've got the contact details for the Yakima Police Department at the bottom. And also, if you're not familiar, in the description box below, I put all my source links so that if you want to go and share it or go read up more on it, any of these, then you can. And we're going to read another one. Please don't wait. Missing Yakima boys' parents speak out and plead for help with search. This is from yaktrynews.com. So his name is Lucien, and he's a 4-year-old boy with long, beautiful hair who plays and laughs, loves fish, and enjoys playing with his big brother. He's also been missing for more than 72 hours. This was on September the 13th, though. I did want to cover this earlier, but if you know me, I had internet problems. 2 days. 2 days I had to wait for a technician to come out and fix my internet. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so bloody lost without it, I tell you. I had to learn how to use it on YouTube on my phone, and yeah, it wasn't that good. If you have him, just drop him off where he's going to be found and just let him go. That's his mother. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him. Chris Jarvis. G'day, TJ. Welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you for a while. She said it started with a family trip Saturday evening to Sarge Harbour Park in Yakima. Her husband, Joe, or Joanno, had just arrived with 4-year-old Lucien, their 6-year-old son, and 2-year-old daughter. Kids in tow, she said her husband parked right next to the playground. He was changing their daughter's diaper in the car as the boys got out to play on the hill, which she said is still within view of where they parked. Within a minute, just a blink of an eye, he was gone, she said. So it looks like mum is thinking foul play. I guess you're going to think of anything, aren't you, at this stage? It took days to get fixed. Oh, no, yes, autumn, 2 days without any internet. And I had all this planned out, and I had like a live stream ready to go. I'd spent all the time researching and all the hours setting it up. And yeah, it just effed out. And I just didn't know what to do with myself. It was horrible. But I do have it back, so I'm able to cover these cases. Seems this week has kind of sucked for everyone. Oh no, Chris, I hope you haven't had a bad week as well. So these poor people, well, this poor dad was just looking after his other child, changing a nappy like a great dad. And it's just taken 2 seconds for him to turn away, and Lucien has gone. He left the park by himself. That's what we know for a fact. What happened after that, well, that we still have to find. But we've had detectives scouring the entire area looking for people with video, businesses with video. She said they feel in their hearts like someone may have taken their son because they don't believe he's hiding. She said he doesn't really understand the concept of hiding when the play hide and seek and comes out before he's ever found. Yeah, some of my kids did that. Weren't very good at it, but then you just pretended and said, oh my gosh, I found you. Oh yeah. She said while Lucien does have autism, he isn't nonverbal like he has been posted in several places on what? Social media. She said his English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. There's talking. She said what they need right now more than anything is for volunteers from the community to help search for her son, especially now the authorities have scaled back on their resources. She is encouraging people to come meet with the family members who are stationed near the playground, asking searchers to check in so they can direct them to the next area that needs to be covered. So she's just going all out 24/7 for her baby, and who can blame her too? Dying, Chris, you died? Well, we've got to hear more about this. How do you die? And then you come into my chat. I don't know. So definitely look into the description box below for everything you need to know on the cases that I cover. Autumn says, I haven't heard that one, Chris. No, I haven't heard that one, Chris. That's a new one. I know that things suck, but yeah, that's a new one. The one thing I did want to show is there is a GoFundMe. So help in the efforts to bring Lucien James home. It says Lucien James went missing on September the 10th, 2022 at 7 p.m. at the Sudge Harbour Park in Yakima, Washington. He is 4-year-old nonverbal autistic child. So I don't know who did this, but he is not nonverbal. His family and loved ones are desperately trying to get this huge part of their lives back. We're asking for donations so the parents do not have to go back to work. There is also a hotel directly connected to the park Lucien went missing. The parents have 2 other children but are having a hard time going home since it's so far from the spot he went missing. The hotel would be an ideal place for them to stop with the family at this time. The funds donated will go directly in the effort to find Lucien and to support the family during this time. So if you want to go and give to the GoFundMe, that would be really cool. Chris said, Kerry from Bigfoot Odyssey. What? Autumn says, I assume that a little boy would be hard to find even with detailed searching. Well, yeah, obviously it's been September the 10th, so we're going into 7 days that he's been missing. Hey, Miss Justice, just dropping in for a bit. Hi from Canada. It's great to see you. Thanks for popping by. Now, last week, friends, we spun the wheel and it landed on New Jersey. So today we're going to go New Jersey looking and check it out. I thought that this might be a good way to actually teach me a lot about the geography of USA as well, because I don't know, and it might help. So we'll go and have a look. On the screen at the moment, you can see New Zealand. We'll go through a couple of things going on in New Zealand as well. So, but this is New Jersey, and this is a couple of cases I'm going to cover from this area. So let's have a look about New Jersey. New Jersey is a state in the mid-Atlantic and northeastern regions of the United States. I'll just stop there, Miss Justice. I'll show you the wheel. See, this is our wheel. And at the end of the live, we spin the wheel and we see what state or what place or country or region that we're going to do the next cold cases on. So last week we spun the wheel and it was New Jersey. So we'll spin the wheel again at the end. But this week we're learning about New Jersey and some of the cold cases there. I thought it was a great idea. I'm just saying. Okay, so New Jersey is a state in the mid-Atlantic and northeastern regions of the United States. This is from Wikipedia. It is 7,354 square miles, which is 19,050 kilometers. New Jersey is the fifth smallest state in land area, but with close to 9.3 million residents, the state ranks 11th in population and first in population density. You know, New Zealand only has 5 million people, like 5 million for the whole country. So this is huge. Absolutely huge. And it's not the like, oh, it's crazy. New Jersey's state capital is Trenton. Its most populous city is Newark. With the sole exception of Warren County, all 21 counties in the state lie within the combined statistical areas of New York City or Philadelphia. The state's largest metropolitan area falls within the New York metropolitan area. And we'll pull up, soon and have a look. New Jersey was first inhabited by Native Americans for at least 2,800 years, with the Lenape being the dominant group where Europeans arrived in the early 17th century. Dutch and Swedish colonists found the first European settlements in the state. Exactly. What is a spinning wheel? What a cool idea. I know, right? New Jersey is one of the wealthiest states in the US, with the third highest median household income as of 2019. Almost 1/10 of all households, or over 323,000 are millionaires, the highest per capita rate of millionaires in any state in the country. New Jersey's public school system consistently ranks it or among the top of all US states. So people are rich, man, in this area. Is that a very cool? Yeah, okay, so it shows you where it is. And I don't know how to get there's a cross. Get back to where we were. So some interesting facts about New Jersey. What I was going to talk about next is where I actually went to go and get my stories about New Jersey, and I went to NamUs. And I'm thinking that most of you, or 99% of you in the true crime world, maybe not the crime world, but maybe true crime, know about NamUs. And this is like a nationwide database of missing people or bodies that have turned up that have no identification, and missing people. So the idea is that they can match missing people with bodies that came in, but it's a national thing now. It's huge, and NamUs is where I decided to go and have a look. So I just went off the top because I just thought, well, I'm just going to start right anywhere because all cases need to be covered. So I started here. This is Gustavo Perez. He's a male, Hispanic or Latino. Date of last contact, October 28th, 2021, missing from Rahway, New Jersey. So we'll have a look at that shortly. 24 years, so he hasn't had a birthday yet. Current age, 24 years. He's a male, goes by the name Gus. Weight, 160 to 180 pounds, 6'1". Date of last contact, October 28th, 21. From Rahway, New Jersey. Now let's have a look at the circumstances. Gustavo Perez was last seen when his parents dropped him off at CVS in Rahway, New Jersey. Right, let's have a look at that. Where's my map? So if we find this and we put in here, get out of there. How do I get all that out? Go. And we put in what? Rahway, New Jersey. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's this tiny little place here. Very, very tiny little place. Right, so what were they saying? Get back to where we were. So he was last seen when his parents dropped him off at the CVS in Rahway at approximately 1800 hours, 6 p.m. His mother arrived to his residence at 5:30 on Friday the 10th, or the 29th of the 10th, I should say, and he was not home. His phone was located on a sidewalk in front of 1155 St. George's Ave in Rahway, New Jersey on the 29th of the 10th, so the same day. His parents have not heard from him since they dropped him off at the CVS. So let's look at the CVS. I think if I type in CVS, I think I've done this before and it's given it to me. CVS. We'll see. Okay, so here we go. And here comes trouble in the form of my cat Ronnie, who likes to help. So if he comes across the screen, but you're in my screen now. So if you get out, bum out of my face. So obviously this is the CVS building here. So she last seen him drop her off at CVS in Rahway, and then they don't say where he lives, but if we look at the map again and we do directions, I guess would be easier. So from the CVS, and now we're going to find out where his phone was found. I don't think it was very, very can you hear him purring? He's in a good mood. So hopefully he just stays like that, in a good mood. Yeah, good boy. So you can see if it's on bike ride, but we'll put it on like walk. This is how long it would take. 17 minutes. So where did he go? It's one of those things. I mean, there's a water source here, which worries me. Of course, a missing person and a water source is going to bug me. So you don't know. Very, very sad. But the very, very sad thing that I did find is there is no articles about this guy. None. So I couldn't do any more investigating or digging into anything. And I just wanted to give him a shout out. I think everyone deserves to be covered if they're missing, and the family definitely wants that. So we'll cover those ones too, right? Autumn Fool says, hi, Ronnie. Hi, Ronnie. Hi. Autumn Falls, my cat is hogging my chair. Cats just love to be in the way. He really wants to be anywhere I am, Crazy cat lady too, Miss Justice. What was the name again of my cat? Bonnie. Ronnie. Or then you got too distracted by Ronnie. See what happens when you come on the show? People get distracted. Yes, they do. I'll tell them to behave. Okay. So good to I mean, his physical description: black hair, short black hair, brown eyes, no glasses or contacts. Clothing, though, we do have some clothing. Last seen wearing black coloured sweatpants, a green coloured camouflage jacket, and possibly a white coloured t-shirt. He was also last seen wearing grey coloured Jordan sneakers. And it's got the case information there if you need to get hold of law enforcement. It's horrible when anyone goes missing, even when there's not any articles about them. We still need to honor them, I think. All right, moving on to the second case that I found on NamUs, and it's not something huge and great. It's just like I say, people need to see the missing people, even the ones that don't have articles. So this one here is, his name is Camille Masick, and I'm hoping I'm saying that right, because you know what I'm like, guys. I butcher. He is missing. He was 30. He would be 44 years now. Didn't have a nickname. He's a white Caucasian male, 180 to 190 pounds, height 6 foot to 6'2". Date of last contact, January 27th, 2008. Last known location, Jersey City, Hudson County. Circumstances of the disappearance. Camille Malik went out with friends on the night of January 26, 2008. He was last seen at 3 a.m. on January 27th, 2008 in the area of Country Village, Suburbia Drive, New Jersey, which we're going to obviously have to look at on the map. The vehicle Masick was driving was a two-door 1993 black Honda Civic. The vehicle was found at 5th and Erie Street in New Jersey City. Okay, let's try and get some clarification on where he went. I mean, it's always sad when you hear he went out with a bunch of his mates drinking, and obviously he got separated from them, and we all know that's not good. So, Country Village, Suburbia Drive, New Jersey. Wow, let's have a look at that on the map. I don't want directions. I don't know. I just want normal. I don't know. I'm going to put it anyway. I'm sure it will show me. Is it not showing me? The map. Hello, Google Maps. You need to show me where this place is. Is it just me, or is it just not showing? Oh my God. It seems to be a common theme with young men. They go out, usually drinking, with friends. One gets separated and often ends up in the water source. Exactly. That's what seems to happen. And it happens all too often. If you're a true crime follower, you're going to know heaps of stories of people doing that. Okay, well, they're not showing us where that place might be. Okay. Maybe they are. I don't know what it's doing now. Stupid place. Locust Town. Well, what did I put? When did I put that? That's weird. How do I get normal back again? I can't get normal back again, guys. Oh, drugs and gangs too, like drug debts, for sure. Why the hell can't I get this? Do you know what? Where is it? Where is it? I'm just going to like say scrap it and find it and open it up again. Go away. Okay, now I'm going to open Google Maps again and try again. Max, not my good thing. Oh, little Pookie, I haven't seen you for so long. Thank you so much for coming. It's so good to see you. It really is. Okay, so let's look again where we're looking at. If it's going to show us. Go. Oh, where's it saying? Okay, maybe it's just not saying. Okay, let's try something different. I bet Grey Hughes is laughing his socks off about me because he's such a great guy when he does his maps and stuff like that. And I'm not very good at it at all. So I'm looking for 5th and Erie Street. Oh my God. Autumn Falls, I'm getting confused because when I look up Jersey City, it shows somewhere in New York. Is it a different spot than Jersey City? Well, I'm getting as as mucked up as you. So yeah, I don't know. But it's showing us where now. If I get directions, then maybe could we put Suburbia Drive in, and it might show us that way. Okay, yes. Let's see. Yep. Oh, wow, that's quite a long way. Like if you were driving a couple of hours. So this is the 5th Street where they found his car, and up here was the yeah, he was in that area of the Suburbia Drive, but the vehicle he was driving, the 93 black Honda Civic, was found at the Erie Street place. So we got it. We got there eventually. We got there eventually, guys. We know we're not very good at this. We don't pretend to be, but you know, Suburbia Drive, Jersey City. Right. I don't know Autumn Falls. It makes, I'd assume someone maybe stole it. What, the car? You'd think so. So it's a big way to drive, but maybe they ran out of petrol. Who knows? I'm just trying to sort this out. Miss Justice, it takes practice. It takes a lot of practice. I need it. Yes, the car, but who knows? Yeah, sadly. But one thing I did find from this missing person, when I went to have a look, I found this, which I thought was really, really nice. This is called ashmysteries.com. The missing Camille Misek. And again, I really hope I'm not saying that, butchering it, you know. And there's another photo of him that perhaps we haven't seen before as well. Camille Masek was 30 years old when he was last seen in January 27 of the 2008 at approximately 3 a.m. on Suburbia Drive in Country Village in Jersey City, New Jersey. He dropped his fiancée off at their home in Bayonne, New Jersey at 10:30 p.m. on January the 26th. He told her he was going to meet friends and would be back in a few hours. He did not return. He was spotted almost 5 hours later on Suburbia Drive. As stated, Camille has not been heard from since. He was last seen wearing a blue ski jacket, a black sweater with stripes, and blue jeans with a black belt and black shoes. Camille is a white male, date of birth being the 22nd of August 1977. He is 6'1" in height, 185 pounds, brown hair with blue eyes. He has glasses, but mainly wears contacts. Camille's black 2003 Honda Civic was found abandoned at 5th Street and Erie Street in Jersey City just days later on January 29th. His Pantech Duo AT&T cell phone is missing. Camille's case is still unsolved, and this person has got the information down there of who you contact. So I've never heard of this place before, Ash Mysteries, but she's done a really, really good job. So thanks for that. It's a really good resource. If you go on Street View on that latter address, it looks like a residential area for whatever that's worth. I don't even know if I know how to go onto Street View, to be honest. Was it this one where the car is? Again, grey hue will be. Yeah, it is very much so a residential area, isn't it? Where they dumped the car. There's houses everywhere. Oh, I clicked a person. What is it doing? I don't know how to do this. But yeah, you can see obviously that it's a really built up suburban area all around here. So I reckon it was probably dumped. Someone just took it and dumped it. Oh, Little Pookie says there is only one Jersey City. It is New Jersey. It does share a postal zip code with a portion of New York. Yeah, right. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, where the car is, you can zoom in and then drop the little yellow man onto the road. Okay. I'll try and drop the little yellow man. You're watching my first yellow man drop. So I can just drop him here. I can drop him. Awesome. Thank you. I've learned. TJ, so Little Perky says, TJ, watching you learn is helpful to me too. That's good. We're all learning. Okay, I've dropped the little man. Okay. So, yeah, it's quite built up, eh? It's quite busy around here. Very much so. Although, it would have been at night. So it's not going to be like that at night time, isn't it? Are you clapping for me, Miss Justice? Because I figured out how to do it. I don't know what those are, but I'm clapping because, what are you doing? Is it hot dogs you're sending? I have no freaking idea. Yeah, so I don't know what it would be at night time. How do I get my little yellow person back out, by the way? What happens if I want him back? Can I get him back? I don't know how to get him back. I think you're about a block off from where the actual address is. It goes more into houses. Okay. I need to go back to that one then, don't I? Oh. Does that mean I'm right where I need to be? Oh, my God. I want to go there. Yes, there. Okay. Am I right this time, Autumn? I think I'm in the right area now. No, I'm back at the same bloody place, aren't I? Oh, yeah. I'm about a block. Oh, hot dogs. Now I don't know whether you're saying yes, it was hot dogs or it was something else. Click the back button to go back, or you can move the little yellow guy over. You can also click on the street to move forward backwards either. I think I need to practice this when I'm not on a live stream because I really, really suck at it. It's just, do you up here to go back? Oh, all right. So I think I had the little person exactly where he should have been. Where should he have been there? Oh my God, it's too much. If you go to the little map in the corner and drop the guy right on 5th Street, you'll be right there. Well, I just dropped him here, I think. So this should be it, shouldn't it? Okay, well, somewhere around here, the guy's car was discovered. So that's what we know, and we're going to go for this. Because if we go down this rabbit hole, watching me trying to figure shit out, we could go on forever. So let us digress. Let us move on. Okay. Next, I wanted to quickly go to New Zealand mysteries and see what's going on in New Zealand right now. We do have a couple of cases in the news that you guys may have seen, and not all great. So obviously, I posted a video, and it's what happened to Kay Stewart, who disappeared while walking in the Rumitaka Forest Park. So that's on my YouTube page. No, it's not. It's on my Facebook page. So all the videos that I do, I put them onto my Facebook page where people can share them. It's amazing. So one of the things in New Zealand news is pretty crazy. Family of Christchurch-born man killed by US police speak of the person he was and calls for justice. Let's have a look at this. It's making my absolute blood boil. This is from nzherald.co.nz. The world is just so cruel. Christchurch-born man shot dead by police in USA. Family calling for cops to be charged. And this has really touched me. I mean, we see the police do. Not always, some police are good, but some people are bad, and some police really fuck up. The parents of a Christchurch-born man shot dead in the USA by police after calling 911 for help are calling on the officers involved to be charged. Hey, Princess Megan, good to see you. Christian Glass, 22, died on June 11th after he was shot by police in Silver Plume, Clear Creek County in Colorado. Right, we better look up there's Colorado so we know we are in the right place. So it's Silver Plume. I'll do that, eh? Copy to our map. No, I don't want directions. I don't want directions. Okay, let's find Silver Plume in Colorado. How do you do that? Find. All right, we found it. Over here. I don't know why it had on directions, but here we go. Silver Plume, Colorado. Princess Megan, nice to see you. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming along. I'm doing a lot of testing new things in my streams and that because I want to see if I can find what works, what actually people want to see. I don't want to keep just beating a dead horse if my YouTube isn't going to go anywhere, because it takes a lot of research and a lot of planning to put out a live stream. It's really, really taxing as well. And so yeah, kind of sometimes think with the low numbers, how this makes any difference at all, to be honest. But we will see. We will see. So we were on New Zealand. No, not that one. No, not that one. This one. Here we are. He was born in Christchurch, but his parents, Simon and Sally, relocated to Boulder, Colorado when he was 10. This week, the couple made their first public statement since Glass died, and through their lawyers released an information about the case, including footage of the fatal incident. I'm not going to play footage of the fatal incident. You can go searching for that. I'll link, obviously. I mean, if you want to donate, if you want to go somewhere, if you want to check out these articles. Everything is in the description below. She said he was stuck on a small pile of rocks on the side of the road and called 911 for help, his father said. It was dark and he was really worried. He trusted police to come and help him. Instead, they attacked and killed him. Sadly, her son did nothing wrong. He was just too scared to get out of the car. Yesterday, lawyers that I'm not going to try to name provided extensive information about the shooting, including police body camera footage from the shooting. They also released post-mortem examination reports and public statements from police and other agencies involving the fatal accident. Christian was a young man of many talents and with kindness that he knew no bounds, they said. Christian was loved beyond measure by his parents, sister, extended family, friends, and community. Christian had so much of his life left to live when it was tragically and unjustly taken away from him on June of 2022 by law enforcement in Colorado. The lawyers said that the family obviously are destroyed by grief, but were committed to pursuing justice for his oh my God, for their son. This is terrible. It's terrible because we hear about this in the US and other countries all the time, but now it's in New Zealand and it's close to home. So it sort of means a bit more. It's very scary. From beginning to end, the officers escalated and proactively initiated force. Christian, fully contained in his vehicle, was presenting no threat, was eventually surrounded by 7 police officers with guns drawn. There was no need to threaten him with force, to draw guns, to break his car window, to fire beanbag rounds from close distance, to tase him, to shoot him dead. From beginning to end, the officers on scene acted unconscionable and inhumanely. These officers took a gentle, peaceful soul and extinguished it simply because it was time to move the night on. These officers, including the one who killed Christian, are still in uniform and have paid no price for their conduct, which is simply unacceptable. The family calls on law enforcement departments across Colorado and the nation at large to condemn the criminal actions of the officers in the case. The Glass family further calls on the 5th Judicial District, the Colorado Attorney General's Office, and the United States Attorney General's Office to prosecute those officers to the fullest extent of the law. Justice so demands. So I will be definitely keeping an eye on this case. If you want to go and see the police cam footage and all that, I'll leave the link for this in the description box and you can go away and have a look at that. Terrible. Very, very sad. Before we quickly look at the next one, I've been kind of thinking, I was just saying about my YouTube channel, I've been kind of thinking, you know, I'm going to give it some time. I'm not sure how much time. I'm going to give it a good amount of time, but I might have to come to the realization that at some stage that not many people really care about my channel and want to sub to my channel and actually want to be on my live streams, and whether it's actually worth it in the long run for all the stuff that I have to do to get it ready and do it and the toll and that. So we'll see. Maybe I'm going to turn into a Krama channel because that's how you get views. That's how you get money on here. You go and do Krama. I don't know if I could do that. Don't know. Autumn says, I'm pretty sure all officer-involved shootings here are investigated by an outside group. I'd hope so, and I'm going to try and keep an eye on it. If you hear anything or any rumblings in the US or wherever you guys are about that case in general, let me know. Right. So still, Princess, or I care about your channel. Thank you so much. I know a few people do. I know I've got a small fan base, but I have to work out at some degree whether it's worth it or not. Yeah. Let's look back at New Zealand and what's going on over there at the moment. So I'm not sure if you guys were around when we talked about the fact that a burnt out car was found in New Zealand in a car park. It was there for 2 days because police had thought that what they seen in there was a dead sheep. But a couple of days later, someone was walking their dog and went past and found that it was actually human remains, which was devastating. And now we know who they belong to, so we're going to go over that. This is onenews.co.nz. Family posts tribute to beautiful girl found in burnt out car. This is really tragic. Family of the woman whose body was discovered in a burnt out car in Havelock North last week have taken to social media to pay tribute and ask for help with the ongoing investigation. And I will show you where Havelock is if I can figure this out, because I want to get rid of them. Right. Haha. We're in Havelock. Havelock? It's not giving me it's not giving me the Havelock North. Is it Havelock North? That's why it's Havelock North. I knew that. Where's that again? Havelock North. All right, we should see some New Zealand. Here we go. I didn't even know where it was. So here it is in the east of the North Island. They're taken to social media to pay tribute and ask for help with the ongoing homicide investigation. It comes as police today named the woman as 18-year-old Ariki Rigby of Napier. Family then posted tributes on social media, with one post reading, "It is with our deepest regret that we inform you all that our beautiful girl has been identified as the wahine in that burnt out car in Havelock North." Wahine means woman in the Māori language. "Respectfully, we ask for space and patience while we grieve." They also appealed to anyone who can help with the homicide investigation, called Operation Sphinx, which I can't say. Sphinx. And it's supposed to be one syllable, like Sphinx. Sphinx. So I kind of got it right. If I say it like that, I can kind of get it right. But if I'm going to say it just like off the cuff, it's the Sphinx. "Our thoughts and sympathies with her family and wider whānau," said Hastings Police in a statement on Tuesday. "Police are following a number of lines of inquiry in relation to her death, but we continue to appeal for information from the public." Ariki's body was discovered last Monday, 2 days after police first examined the burnt-out vehicle. Police failed to identify the body at the time due to the car's condition and debris from the fire. So extremely sad and extremely beautiful. Absolutely a little pookie. She's absolutely lovely. And very, very sad state of affairs, that's for sure. So what else is on here? The woman, I don't know if you know what we're talking about, but a family in Auckland, New Zealand recently, like a couple of months ago, bought a storage container because someone, hadn't been in there for years and hadn't paid the bill. And you know what happens with that. They took the stuff home and they unlocked 2 suitcases, and there were remains of 2 children inside. This was very, very disturbing, obviously, for the family that got it. And we now get told that there's a woman arrested in South Korea over 2 children found dead in suitcases. So I hope they can extradite her, actually, and get her over here as soon as possible to face trial on that, because that's just not okay. That's so sad. It is autumn. It's really, really sad. But the good thing is it's been only, I don't even know how long it's been, a month or something, a few weeks. And in a few weeks, they've actually been able to find her overseas and get her arrested. So I know we talk about the police and how fucked up they are and what they don't do some of the times, but there are times when they get it right. And this is one of those times. We've also got the Wellington District Police are asking for the public's help finding Omri Collins, 27, who has been reported missing from the Lower Hutt area. Omri was reported missing on 31st of August, and police have carried out a number of inquiries to locate him. However, he has not been found. Police and his family have serious concerns for his welfare, as it now sometime since he has been in touch. While Omri has been staying in Lower Hutt, he is known to have frequented Wellington City. Anyone with information about his whereabouts or believes they've seen him is urged to call the police immediately, and the file numbers will be on that if you go onto my Facebook page. Very, very sad. We also have another 15-year-old girl missing from Auckland's North Shore. I thought we'll take a little peek at that. So this is onenews.co.nz, very, very brief article. We have bugger all to go on. According to police, Emmy Pullen, 15, has been missing from her home in Casta Bay since Wednesday. She has previously been known to frequent the Te area as well as Auckland CBD. Emmy has a tattoo spelling love on her left hand at the base of her thumb. Yay, another tattoo lover. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt with XO written on the front, dark track pants, black sneakers, and carrying a gold reflective backpack. So at least the gold reflective backpack, if she's got that on, that might, people will see that. Anyone who has seen Emmy or has information on whereabouts can call police. So those are on my Facebook page. Please join if you want to. And what I do on the Facebook page is mostly New Zealand cases. So I do international cases on live stream, and then I do the ones, it's very, very sad. Lots of sad cases going on at the moment. I wanted to talk. Last time we were here, someone told me if we're going to be looking at New Jersey, or we should be looking up Jeanette De Palma, as it was a cold case that had been going on for years. So I looked her up, and this is Jeanette De Palma. But I'm just going to give me 5 minutes. I don't know I want to adjust things, but I don't know how to do it. I think the idea of having local cases on your Facebook page and your scripted videos is great, and then do whatever worldwide ones you want for lives. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's so young. So I'll give her put up her picture. She's very, very beautiful. So this is Wikipedia. We're looking at the death of Jeanette De Palma. Jeanette De Palma was an American teenager who is believed to have been murdered sometime on or around August 7th, 1972 in Springfield Township, Union County, New Jersey, United States. The case, currently unsolved, has become a matter of significant controversy due in part to coverage in Weird in New Jersey magazine and in the 2015 book Death on the Devil's Teeth, which I haven't been able to read. In 2021, the New York Daily News mentioned that the organization named Justice for Jeanette De Palma is dedicated to keeping her memory alive. The organizers are continuing to look for clues even as the case approaches the half-century mark. And I did have a look somewhere. Oh, God. I thought I had her Facebook page. But you just go into Facebook page and put in Jeanette De Palma's name, and you can go there and look at more evidence or whatever. On August 7th, 2022, Justice for Jeanette held a 50-year prayer vigil on the steps of Springfield Town Hall with Deputy Mayor Chris Webster, Pastor Kevin Brennan, and Edward Cesano in hopes her 50-year-old murder would be solved. On the afternoon of Monday, 7th August 1972, 16-year-old Jeanette De Palma left her home on Clearview Road in Springfield Township, telling her mum that she was going to take a train to a friend's house. When she did not arrive at her friend's house or return later that evening, her parents filed a missing person report with the Springfield Police Department the following day. 6 weeks later, on September 19, De Palma's remains were found atop a cliff inside of Springfield's quarry. What's that? We'll have to go have a look at that. 6 weeks later, copy. Her remains were found atop a cliff inside of Springfield's Haddell quarry. Okay, let's go have a look at that. This quarry where her remains were found. Search. Okay, I don't know where they've sent us. No, they've sent us to New Zealand. That's not right. No. It's in Springfield. Wonder if it makes any difference if I put that. Oh, look, there you go. So this is the where the red dot is here, the quarry. So that's where her remains were found. Maybe up here on these hills. What a horrible place. Poor thing. So they were found atop of a cliff inside of the quarry after a local dog brought her decomposing right arm or right forearm and backhand or hand back to its owner. According to several witnesses at the scene, De Palma's skeletal remains were surrounded by a series of strange and possibly occult objects. Descriptions vary, but the most commonly agreed upon account states that the remains were found inside a coffin-shaped perimeter of fallen branches and logs, and inside the perimeter were several makeshift wooden crosses. So this is getting pretty deep. Some Springfield residents later claimed that De Palma's remains were found lying on a pentagram. I feel like there might be some speculation and some rumors and stuff getting into this information, right? Some remains were found lying on a pentagram, surrounded by mutilated animals' remains. Law enforcement authorities have denied that this was true. Further controversy was aroused when it was discovered that the body had been found on a cliff known to locals for several decades as the Devil's Teeth. So it doesn't sound nice at all. Let's just talk about the investigation. The Springfield Police Department began an investigation of De Palma's death after an autopsy could not reveal a cause of death. Her remains and clothing showed no evidence of bone fractures, bullet wounds, or knife strikes. No drug paraphernalia was found on or around the body for undisclosed reasons. The coroner suspected that strangulation was the cause of death, leading the Union Community Prosecutor's Office to treat the case as an unsolved homicide. The coroner also discovered an unusually high amount of lead in the remains. I don't know what that means, but no explanation was found for this occurrence either. Early in the investigation, Springfield police received a tip regarding a homeless man living in the woods near the quarry. This man was known to locals simply as Red, and it was alleged that he fled the campsite in the woods shortly after De Palma went missing. Well, if that shit's going on, I think I might too. While this lead initially looked promising, the Union County Prosecutor's Office ultimately decided that Red had nothing to do with it. Investigators continued to attempt to find leads, but due to a lack of tips from the public, along with inconsistent stories told to the police by her family, friends, and peers, the case eventually went cold. So very, very sad. That's 1972 for Jeanette. Terrible. And then you get, it seems like any case you get this shit, eh? Oh, it was cult. She was lying on a pentagram. Oh, there was satanic stuff lying all around her body. And who makes up that shit? Why do people make up that shit? I don't get it. That's fucking crazy. Now, I want to tell you I made it. subscribers only, because someone told me if I made it subs only that I wouldn't get trolls, and I haven't. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for you guys being here. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm still discovering whether this is good for me or whether it's worth it. Like and not just monetization, because let's face it, I think YouTube creators should be paid, or not paid, but helped and supported when they do such fantastic work. I don't like money being made, like, say for instance, I'm just going to fucking throw out there those channels that are riding Kylie Rodney's back and getting so many views and so much money pisses me off. And it's not just like that they're getting money that it pisses me off. It's the fact that the mum asked everyone to stop and they're still fucking doing it, and they're exploiting her to get money. And you know what? They did it to Summer Wells, and it pissed me the hell off then, and it's pissing me the hell off now. So that, yeah, so take that. Pisses me off. It pisses me off. Okay, I do have one more small case to go through shortly. Or maybe that was more the 80s. What were we talking about, the 80s? Oh, the satanic stuff. That was around the time of the satanic panic, so maybe kids were messing around. Oh, probably, yeah. Got you. Crazy. I mean, because we know when the three boys that were, it's not the Springfield three, it's the what three? Can't even remember their names now. It sounds like I'm just waffling shit now, really. We'll go into the next or the last case that I've got for us today, and then we will spin the wheel. So this last case is quite sad, and it deals with maybe mental health issues. So if that's a trigger, I'm putting it out there. This guy is missing. His name is Philbert Glenn. Yes, Autumn Falls. It was the Springfield 3. You were right. So this guy's missing from Alpine, New Jersey. He is 62 years. He went missing on February 27th, 2022. So this is just this year, guys. He's a male, Asian/white Caucasian. He is 210 pounds and 6 foot. Date of last contact, February 27th, 22. Location, Alpine, New Jersey. Glenn Philbert was last seen on February 27th, 2022. On March 1st, 2022, his vehicle was found abandoned at the Alpine Overlook. The investigation revealed Glenn's wife recently passed away, which is very, very sad, and he had traveled from his home in Alaska to Florida. Upon his return from Florida to Alaska, his vehicle was located in New Jersey. Hair color grey. We've got blue eyes. Not really much information. We've got a photo there, and we do have a poster. It's the West Memphis Springfield. The Springfield 3 are the ladies that went missing. The West Memphis 3 are Damien, and that's all I've got in my memory. But I know which ones you're talking about. So I think this is just, yes, but it does give a bit more of a description. The Palisades Interstate Parkway Police Department is attempting to locate Glenn Philbert. Mr. Philbert has left his 2017 Dodge ProMaster conversion van at our Alpine Lookout for over 24 hours with personal effects inside the vehicle. A family member had contact with Mr. Philbert on February 27th, reporting that he was traveling from Florida to Alaska. It is understood that his wife had passed away 7 to 10 days prior. Family who had not had any contact with him since the 27th. He was entered into the NCIC as missing and endangered. So they're obviously got all the numbers that you need if anyone knows anything. And if you know people in those areas that we've talked about, then please share it to them. Had to Google it to get through. Yeah, Google's my friend, except when I can't use it. Yes, you got to go to Autumn Falls, Memphis, Tennessee. I keep thinking of the Springfield 3. I don't know. Springfield just always goes in my mind because it was like Bart Simpson's world. You know what I mean? That's where Bart Simpson lived. So like Springfield always comes to mind. But it's the 3 ladies that the mum and daughter and the daughter's friend went missing. Springfield and the Westminster 3 are the ones I were talking about. So in the wheel, we put all 50 states in. I put in Australia also. I think I've put in South Africa, New Zealand, Canada's in there. So if we give it a shuffle, before I spin the wheel to find out what area we're going to look into next time, is there any country or place that you guys live or anything like that I need to oh shit, we can stop that. Yeah, is there anything you want put in? If not, Wisconsin has it. I don't remember ever having any articles from Wisconsin, so that's going to be interesting. So Wisconsin for next live stream. I'll do obviously all the research and stuff like that, but really, guys, I'm starting to think, with 2 or 3 people, and it's not all about money, but I spend so much time, and it seems like for no gain. And I am doing a job. I'm even wondering, which is really, really sad, whether I need to just join in the crama, which I don't want to do that. And or do I just like shut YouTube down and shut live streaming down, and just make the videos and just stay on that? Well, the thing is, I don't know if I'm climbing, little Pookie, like, and I can't pick times, and I don't know. Watch the replay. Talk about it in the comments below. We can have a chat about it anyway. Thanks if you did come and watch. I really appreciate it, since it doesn't happen very often. But I'm going to go. I'm a bit disappointed, like how many people turn up, but I thank you very, very much if you did. And if you're the replay crew, thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one when I'm looking at you guys, and we can talk about Wisconsin. Okay, see you later.